BT's going for a little exploration here, finding a Magiwyvern, kind of a mid to upper level enemy, and it packs a pretty good punch even at level 5, and it's difficult to get away from, and BT's goes back again, just shy of a cave. Smashy not too far away from it either, and now is going to try his luck on the Metal Slime that runs away at 1. And now we have visual to go along with the audio commentary that I've been providing here. We thank you for joining us here on Randomania 3. Ferran Burgundy here with you. Scousin taking care of the restreaming duties, and CyberDark86 with the unenviable task of tracking all 4 screens at the same time. So we have a Sharlock Castle sighting on Smashy's part here. And a Metal Slime for BT's. Is this one going to stick around? Well, so far, so good, but not able to put any attack on here. And as you see the statistics, pretty high agility to start off with. The orange stat there, meaning it's kind of getting close. And oh, look at BT's taking out that Metal Slime, 255 experience, and is going to jump up to level 7. Is going to leap 2 levels just in that one bound. And finally getting to that cave, and it is the Staff of Rain Cave. That old man will give way to allow you to access that chest that has the Staff of Rain once you give him the Silver Harp. And we now have Heal More at level 7. So that'll heal generally anywhere between 85 and 100 HP. Which our runners obviously don't have nearly that much, so it'll heal them to max, at least at the moment. And Smashy finding the town of Hawksness, and is going to nope right on out of there, as it's the abandoned town that only contains enemies and usually some pretty tough customers, one of which is guarding a trap tile spot, which you can hit over and over again. But under that, well, there can be a number of different things. It could either be Erdrick's Armor, the best armor in the game. It could be Erdrick's Token, one of those key items that I'd mentioned earlier. It could be the Fairy Flute, which is used to put another tough enemy, the Golem, to sleep. Or it could be possible that it has nothing. And that's usually not fun. So Smashy trying to get away from this Wyvern here and get to that other town, but is kind of in a heal loop here. And another Metal Slime for BT's, quickly jumping up to level 8. So some great fortune, and now able to get away from the Axe Knight. It's an enemy you generally want to see later when you have the Hurt More spell. Same thing with the regular Knight. And the Wyvern. A lot of great mid to upper level enemies. And Smashy, one step away, gets ambushed by the Axe Knight. And we have the town of Cantlin we were able to see on BT's side. And Smashy falling just shy away from getting in there here. Cantlin, the proverbial shopping mall of the land of Alefgard, as there are 3 different weapon and armor shops. And Tilo noting in chat that, yes, Christo from Dragon Warrior 4 is a playable character on Dragon Warrior Randomizer. And you can check out the link to download the randomizer yourself, version 3.0.6, as well as joining the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community on the Discord. And worry not about that information about the tournament, as the tournament has concluded, and Game Boy F9, the champion from last year, went 2 in a row and won it this year in an epic match, or best 2 out of 3 against NES Cardinality. So we have double deaths here by Card and Smashy, falling to the Armored and Axe Knight respectively, and BT's is making his way through a cave here, and I believe that is the Mountain Cave based on the trajectory here, and I missed what the upper chest was. We'll see what else we have here momentarily. It's the challenge of being able to rummage in the dark. not really that great for commentary. And it was a dragon scale, Cyberdark noting here. And we also have the wings. And Erdrick's sword, the best weapon in the game. That is huge. So that'll give an additional 40 attack power to BT's total. So our runners are definitely going to want to find the mountain cave and do so soon, as they're looking in these various treasure chests for the silver heart, for example. They're looking for the stones of sunlight. Erdrick's token can be in a chest, as an herb now found. And BT is looking to get to that one last chest here at the end, and does so to find another herb, which heals about 30 hit points or so. So yes, between the two metal slimes and now having the best weapon in the game, everything coming up BTs in the early going here. And Card taking out a metal slime is going to get to level 8. Tilo saying everything's coming up Millhouse, everything's coming up metal apparently. So Smashy, meanwhile, working on a droll that, has the spell of sleep. That's not fun. Oh, and it has the traditional dragon fire breath, which usually does about 20 hit points of damage, and it's going to take Smashy out. Up to NG, meanwhile, working on a metal slime as well. But it kicks out at 2. Wraith Knights with the Hurtmore spell. That is a little pesky. Okay, more than a little pesky. But BT is able to get away, and so too is up to NG, and is just looking in that area. I don't know if he's metal slime farming, perhaps, or if there was another enemy that looked rather palatable. I was going for the Magidrake, and Nest Cardinality finding the town of Rimmildar, so he'll be able to go and purchase magic keys, which will allow access to quite a few areas in the land, including the 4 treasure chest treasury that is in Tanajo Castle, the starting castle. Also, once they find the town of Garenham, there are 3 chests that are behind a locked door, as well as access to another basement for more exploration. And also in the town, as Card is about to head into, there is a treasure chest locked behind 2 doors, but first, over to the weapon shop to see what is purchasable, and, just 4 gold short from a copper sword, which would add 10 attack points to his total. That is the 5th best out of 7 in terms of weaponry. And the Stones of Sunlight, that is one of those essential items, so Rimmildar is required and ideally sought after, even more so in this seed, because you need to get through those 2 doors into the treasure chest to obtain the Stones of Sunlight. And it looked like, thank you Tilo for catching the Red Dragon, arguably the toughest enemy in the game, right behind the Dragon Lord. I should say the toughest non-boss enemy, with the Hurt spell, which is a lot more tame. Usually doing only about 10 to 12 hit points of damage. And an Axe Knight taking out up to NG. Smashy looking to get up to 600 experience to get to level 8. Card and BT's already there and looking for 975. That is the experience needed for level 9. And the Axe Knight seems to be swiping at everyone here this seed. Card working on a Wolf Lord, a nice mid-level enemy this time around here. And Smashy taking care of a Spectre. Very nice. And another Metal Slime encounter here for up to NG. We'll see if he can take it out. Oh, it's sticking around. And he does take it out. So that is going to vault him up to level 7 and probably about halfway to level 8. Meanwhile, we have a leather armor purchase over on Card's side, as well as the copper sword, it looks like. So, almost 20 minutes in, an early advantage looks like is for BTs having found Erdrick's sword, although one of the essential items, I should say, needed for the end of the game, found by Ness Cardinality, and also him having the keys, access to the keys, a very crucial situation. And now having access to even more things, that certainly is going to help out here. So using pretty much all the resources financially here. And it's going to at least take a peek at the shop. As Smashy, meanwhile, into Cantlin, going to put on that dragon scale. And Card saying, no thanks, just browsing. Gonna stay at the inn with exactly enough gold. And then see what is hiding behind the door. This time around, we have some big bucks. We've got some wings. And a cursed belt. Which is essentially like a whammy. Well, not really. It doesn't take away any of your gold or anything like that. But when you put it on, it curses you and prevents you from entering the castle unless you find the town of Breckenary to see the old man to remove the curse. However, the cursed belt does have a function here in Dragon Warrior Randomizer in that there are 2 cursed belts that are programmed into the game, and they can be replaced at random by the Fairy Flute and or Erdrick's Token. So if you see a cursed belt, you know that at least one of those 2 items is in a search spot, and BT's is going to head into Hawk's Nest, and we have the Blue Dragon, and he's going to go for it. Figuring he's... Oh, I think he meant to cast Heal More there, and... Or maybe he just thought, alright, that is the quickest way to take a death here. So he does, as does Card. Now meanwhile, in the back of Garanham was the Rainbow Drop Cave, also known as the Jerk Cave, because if you don't have all the items and go to talk to him, well, he will kick you out of the cave like the jerk that he is. Meanwhile, in the treasury, we've got a replacement magic key, we've got Erdrick's Token, one of those essential items. We've got a torch, and we've got a trolley guard who is going to move out of the way to reveal an herb. So once our runners access keys, they'll be able to get 2 of those 3 items. Still out at large is the Silver Harp. So Card going to replenish the keys. And we will see what is in Tantagel's basement. It is the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave in its regular location this time around. Well, it won't have the stones, but it will have a torch. So quickly running out of places here to find things, and in a way that is certainly a good thing. So the only treasure chests left in the overworld that our runners have not encountered in some capacity is the Tablet Cave, which has no enemy encounters and 1 treasure chest at the end, and Garen's Grave, which has 3 treasure chests on the first floor, and then you have to open a locked door and head down a couple of levels to reach the other 2 treasure chests. So 6 left already. For those just joining us, Ferran Burgundy here with you on Randomania 3, bringing you the Wednesday Warrior Weekly here. This is a Dragon Warrior Randomizer weekly race. 11 runners in, 4 featured here on the stream in Smashy, Nest Cardinality, BTs, and up to NG. Yeah, usually here among the Randomania networks each Wednesday at 9 o'clock, although we did take a just under 3-month hiatus to take care of the tournament, the Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament. So for those just joining us, the Throne Room just had a couple of gold boxes, and as far as essential items, Erdrick's Sword is in the Mountain Cave among the 2 treasure chests next to one another. Erdrick's Token was in the middle chest in Tandagel Treasury, and the Stones of Sunlight is hidden behind the 2 doors in Rimaldar. Or Rimaldar, depending on which syllable you like to put the emphasis on. Up to NG working on a grind a little bit more here, as Smashy getting smashed by Hurtmore, courtesy of a Wraith Knight. And BT's taking out a Wizard, and doing so rather brazenly, is able to hang on. Nice 120 experience gain. And the Metal Slime noping out, and now here is Card. Looks like was heading through the Swamp Cave to get to the other side, and that's where we have Hawksness as well as Cantlin. So now with keys, that means that Card will be able to talk to the man who can provide one of those particular search spots, or at least the location of it, as it is somewhere in the overworld and he has coordinates to be able to reach it. Now, there are 3 different search spots in the game. One is in Hawksness, that we know is guarded by a blue dragon. One is somewhere in the overworld, and we'll find out those coordinates if there are any momentarily. And one... well, first... oh, wow. 2 to the north and 6 to the east. That is not a very far walk. Probably do that blindfolded. One of the shorter ones, but not the shortest, as I think there was only 4 squares from the main castle that had occurred in the tournament just within the last month or 2 here. So that overworld spot will either be the Fairy Flute, or it will be Erdrick's Armor, the best armor in the game. And the other of which will be in the town of Cole. As since we have found one Curse Belt already, and we found Erdrick's Token in a treasure chest, that means that the Fairy Flute will be in a search spot, as Card has now found the Mountain Cave. And should exploration be on his side, we'll be moments away from getting Erdrick's Sword. And BT's falling short to an Axe Knight, just a mere 5 experience away from level 10. And up to NG, taking a death as well. Smashy chipping away at a Magidrakey. Not quite able to one-shot it yet, but is also trying to beat it over the head with a club. So we do have the Erdrick's Sword get on Card's side, as BT's working on some exploration and running into some tough enemies, as now there is level 10. So things moving along pretty swiftly here. This is definitely not going to be a sub-hour seed. But I think I can safely say that it will go under 2.5. That's a very bold statement on my part, I know. So card looking to go back into Cantlin. And Smashy not able to get away from the Armored Knight. One of the toughest enemies in the game to run away from, and also packs a heck of a punch. Tilo and Captain Green noting level 24 confirmed. And Retro Grizzly Bear, if you want to see north of a 2.5 hour seed, wait until I start streaming. You'll see plenty of them. And we have deaths galore here, as an Armored Knight taking out Smashy, Card getting taken out by a Blue Dragon, a Magic Wyvern takes out up to NG, and BT is getting taken out by an Armored Knight pretty much all at the same time. But with this death, it allows Card to do the searching, and once he gets rid of this Scorpion, we will see what is in the search tile. It is the Fairy Flute in the Overworld spot. So that means that the town of Cole is confirmed to have Erdrick's armor. Oh no, wait, maybe it is not. That's right, because it could also be in Hawksness behind that Blue Dragon. Possibilities. Choices. I would imagine that our runners are going to try to find the town of Cole first, as opposed to taking on that Blue Dragon, considering how tough they are. So one of those two search spots in either Cole or Hawksness will contain nothing, and the other will contain Erdrick's armor, the best armor in the game. The Armored Knight's presence is definitely being felt this seed, and felt rather hard by Smashy especially here, as another death sends Smashy back. And yes, Busmaster, I don't think this is going to go 4 hours and 50 minutes, although, yes, anything certainly can happen. And we saw that not too long ago in the Chaos tournament earlier this year for Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Yeah, Chaos is a little bit more random than this, and I know that's hard to believe, but in Chaos mode, which sometimes that'll get busted out here, Chaos mode, you also have the enemy statistics randomized, their strength, their hit points, their agility, as well as the experience and gold that they give, plus all the weapon and armor shop prices are randomized in Chaos as well. And looks like we've got a tag team partner joining me here in none other than the defending two-time Dragon Warrior Randomizer champion in Game Boy F9. Welcome to the booth.
Yeah, hey. I was gonna sneak in and say boo, but didn't quite work out.
No, Halloween's next week.
Okay,
we got a heck of a race going on here, as a lot of stuff already pretty much figured out here and explored. Card looking to show the advantage here fairly early on here. I mean, BT's was the first among our forerunners to find Erdrick's sword, but Card with Erdrick's sword and now getting to level 10. and also with the Stones of Sunlight and Erdrick's Token.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty decent advantage. I tell you what, though, I bet all of our runners have been very glad that metal slimes have been very accessible in this sea.
And speaking of access, BT's accessing the town of Cole. We will see if it is nothing or if it is the armor, and it is nothing.
Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Oh, never mind.
Oh, so that does confirm that Erdrick's armor is being guarded by a rather ornery blue dragon.
And what does this blue dragon have today?
Well, we saw that it packed a punch, and BT's... I don't know if it was intentional or not by casting Heal instead of Heal More, but just noped on out pretty quickly, even at that point with Erdrick's sword in hand.
Okay, looks like everybody's got Heal More, so I'm guessing that it's not going to be too much longer before that blue dragon's going down.
Especially, well, BT is not yet aware of the very, very, very close coordinates to the castle, and the fact they've all probably tripped over that spot sometime over here, but once he finds it, he'll realize, oh, that's just a fluke.
Or he'll just go back to Hoxus and pick up the blue dragon, and then he doesn't have to worry about the coordinates, but, No hurt more yet. Okay.
Yeah, no spell of hurt more acquired yet as of level 10. Although, it looks like Card among our group here, just slightly behind BT's in terms of experience, only a meek and meager 78 experience differential.
Yeah, I like what Card was doing there, trying to knock out the Axe Knight, but he was just dealing a little bit too much damage, so might be another level or two before really that blue dragon goes down, because the blue dragon hits harder.
Yeah, the defense still a little on the lacking side, especially with what looks to be no shield, and oh, well, no progress to the Guardian Blue Dragon as its older, meaner brother, the Red Dragon, taking out Nest Cardinality.
Yeah, that was pretty rude by that Red Dragon deciding to... I don't know if it was I don't know if, how much percentage that hurt is, but yeah, that was really rude.
And hitting for 43 when Card had 42 hit points left.
Well, there's only one number that's worse. Yeah, a lot of nice monster kills coming out from all of our runners, really. Knocking out these Magi Wyverns. I'm really liking this play.
Yeah, casting the spell of Herd, that only doing low double-digit damage, somewhere in that 8 to 12 range. So, I mean, if they're able to take it out, and BT's very quickly doing so here, finding a nice group of enemies, the Axe Knight, not ideal, but with Heal More, certainly able to handle it here, and if he takes out this Axe Knight, should get him up to level 11.
Yeah, but look at the mean thing the Axe Knight had. Oh.
I was looking over at Smashy and Rimeldar. I'm guessing it was Heal More?
Yes, it was. Ugh. Oh, got through it, though.
And with red all around the screen, is going to go up to level 11 with 15 speed, 18 hit points, no magic points, and a new spell.
And it's the 18 magic points that's really key, but that 15 response speed, which equals 7 or 8 defense points, is also a big help.
Yeah, I haven't seen roughly where the statistics are. Well, just as I say that, Thank you, Cyberdark, for reading my mind there. So with 41 defense, oof, there are a lot of enemies that hit pretty hard for a lot of different things.
Wow, this is kind of surprising. Everybody, nobody has a shield yet out of our restreamed runners here.
Well, in fairness, holding on to gold has been rather difficult with all these enemies just knocking them back to start over and over and over again.
Well, that's because the monsters are rude. I don't know.
They most certainly are. And Smashy accessing the double doors and now has these stones of sunlight. Ooh, Knights with Hurtmore, speaking of rude.
Yeah, that's kind of not nice, and it looks like they're casting it rather frequently. And it's looking more and more toward a 75%.
When they throw it 4 in a row, 5 in a row now, yeah, I'd say that's a 75% casting rate. So, on average, that means, well, now one of the next 2 should be an attack, but he's not going to stick around to find out.
Alright, Card gonna check out the boss. Is this his first time in Hawksness?
I believe so, and I think he, realizing how close he is to another level, yes, is going to try to level up here, getting up to that 2175.
And the Star Wyvern said, no!
Well, so much for that.
Well, he'll get back over there and get the good news, and... Oh, okay, so we do have large shield available, so there's Smashy picking up a large shield now. Do we have a gold grind available?
We're in town, they just didn't quite have the fundage.
Ah, okay. Do we have a gold grind available by any chance?
We do not. As looking here, the Tangible Treasury had an herb, it had Erdrick's token, it had a torch, and it had a magic key. So there's an herb grind and a magic key grind for whatever that's worth. And the Tangible Basement was the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave, which also held a torch.
Ah, I see. And look at those knights. They also have heal more. My goodness.
Heal more and
all these monsters are nasty. Yes. Okay, I'm liking this play out of BT.
What we want our runners to be.
Ooh, nice play by Up to NG, sending the Magi Wyvern to sleep.
Except when sometimes the sleep spell seems more like a nap spell.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I still say that's a good idea. Do you know what the resistance is for the Magi Wyvern? It's at worst 7 out of 16.
Well, are those? I'm trying to remember. Are those randomized here for Dragon Warrior Randomizer, or are they pretty consistent as far as the sleep resistance?
The sleep resistance is constant.
In that case, as I'm looking here, a Magi Wyvern sleep resistance is actually 2 out of 16.
Oh yeah, that's really good. That makes that play all the better. Oh, and I see VT has knocked out the blue dragon and has got the big armor.
Yes, Erdrick's armor, the best armor in the game, and arguably the best armor in all of RPG history. And that it adds 28 defense points to your total. It also eliminates damage taken in swamp tiles and barrier tiles, so no more 2 damage in the swamp and 15 by the barrier tiles. It reduces the hurt spells and hurt more spells, as well as the fire breath damage by 1/3. It also negates the spell of stop spell, so if they cast it on you, they'll will never take effect, and for every step that you walk, you will gain 1 hit point healed.
Meanwhile, Busmaster over here in chat is now calling for a level 26 seed. That might be a tough sell with already 63 or so strength.
Well, they were playing off of what I'd said earlier. Once I'd seen a lot of these things unfolding, I went out on a limb and said that we're probably going to see a sub 2.5 hour seed.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're probably right about that, but we'll see. I mean, you never know. I mean, we had case in the tournament where like we had like 25 strength at level 5, and then we had like 35 strength at level 13 or something silly like that, or 15, or I forget. What's that one race Mr. Holmes was in?
Oh, that was ridiculous. And now here is a level for Card. Up to level 11.
Yeah, he's making some good progress here. Did he get the blue dragon by any chance? If not, he will soon.
Well, once he walks out of the town, if we see that no damage is taken, we will know. Oh, I guess he did not. Probably ran out of resources on the way.
Yeah, fortunately there's a town nearby, so that's all good.
And almost a virtual high five between Smashy and Card. And it's up to NG working on Metal Slime. Being annoying with the Hurt spell.
Oh, a vanilla Metal
Sticking
Slime.
around at least.
Oh yeah, I was about to say it's a vanilla Metal Slime.
And he gets it for 3. So that is going to put up to NG up to level 12.
Yeah, it's always nice to pick up those metal slimes.
1, 6, 2,
I should
4,
know, I suppose. Oh dear, Smashy, oh no.
Oh, Smashy got a little eager trying to get to the coordinates in the old man and didn't heal up, and, well, back to the castle you go.
Well, I've done that before. I think I actually did that in the tournament. Didn't I do that? I'm pretty sure I did that in the tournament. It was, I think I just laughed at that.
Well, the making lemons out of lemonade in this case is Smashy is able to go into the treasury and get Erdrick's token.
Oh, there's the blue dragon kill for Card, and that's the armor, so he'll be happy. Okay, Ferran, you're gonna have to translate Busmaster's line. That's gotta be from some cartoon, 80s cartoon or something like that.
Your guess is as good as mine on that one. I'll, I know some pop culture references and things of that nature, but some of them I'm a little lost on. I don't know if he's going Coneheads on that or... I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure I'm going to get corrected and probably chastised for not knowing.
Hey, I get to join you in that case. But I tell you what, all of our 11 racers here, I believe it's 11 racers, their motto right now is never give up, never surrender.
Oh, late 90s, early 2000s cartoon. I was in college. I got nothing. If anything, I was watching cartoons from my childhood. Reruns of Smurfs and Snorks and the Long Gang and Shirt Tales, and I'll just stop there.
Well, meanwhile, Smashy picked up a Metal Slime. I mean, Metal Slimes are going down all over the place this seed.
And BT is picking up the Stones of Sunlight in Rimmaldar.
So there's Smashy running away from a red dragon, and I Well, at level 10, I guess I kind of can see it because the red dragon can still attack like that, but at this point, but once you reach level 11, you need to be all in with those red dragons, in my opinion.
So level 11 is kind of the benchmark. Now, is that strength and other factors pending, or is that...
No, the strength I think we're good at, because we're at 64 strength. Well, in Smashy's case, he's got a claw. That's not helping, but, I mean, soon he'll pick up the sword, I'm guessing. I'm not exactly sure where the sword is, but, where was I going with that? But as soon as the sword is picked up, red dragons are going to be easy picking starting at level 11. That's because you got that additional HP, so whenever the red dragon attacks, it's not going to do much. Has anybody killed a red dragon yet?
Card used up all of his resources to take out the red dragon, but just before getting to the end of Hawksness, so he ended up having to bail out of that mission, regroup, come back, and that was when he was able to get the armor.
Okay, because I was kind of wondering if the red dragon also had something like heal more or something nasty like that, but hopefully not.
Nothing that was seen, and 1, 2, 1, and 7 are the gains for level 13.
Well, that's +1 heal more, but that really doesn't matter with the attack power they've got. It's not enough, but so yeah. Time for another level. Of course, BT and well, all of our featured runners here still have some exploration to do.
Yeah, and you'd mentioned earlier inquiring about the Erdrick sword. It's in the mountain cave. It's among the 2 adjacent chests to one another.
Oh, okay. Is the Garen's grave found yet?
Garen's grave and the tablet cave are the only 2 things that have not been found by any of our runners. All of the other treasure chests are accounted for.
Okay, that's probably where the silver harp is then. Or wait, you said there was one other?
Yeah, either
so
the 1 chest in the tablet cave and the 5 that are in Garen's grave. Those are the only 6 not in Sherlock that have yet to be found. So one of those 6 treasure chests is going to have the silver harp.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, other key items, the Stones of Sunlight were in Rimeldar, Erdrick's sword is in the mountain cave in the upper of the 2 adjacent chests, and Erdrick's token was in the middle chest in Tangential's treasury, as Up to NG has just picked up.
Meanwhile, I like what BT's doing here is now starting to fight those armored knights with all that extra hit points, and he's got plenty of attack power, so it's that AK was going down.
Little vengeance from earlier in the seed. There has to be a little semblance of satisfaction if there's an enemy that takes you out earlier in the seed and then you get strong enough to take it out. It's like, ha! Take that.
Yeah, yep, that's right.
Or I know in some of your seeds where you get a critical hit or excellent move on them, I usually say something along the lines of sit down or something along those, something in that nature.
Yeah, I do say that.
Oh, and Smashy, oh wow, just enough resources to get to the man to get the coordinates here, and is going to find out it's a very short walk to the flute, and is going to take that walk right about now.
Yep, I mean, it doesn't matter whether you get there with 0 MP or 87,000 MP. Coordinates are coordinates, and we're good to go.
And the heroes run right to the search spot, and it's the fairy flute.
Alright. Let's see. Let's see what Upton G's running away from the Red Dragon. I am kind of surprised, just because the Red Dragon is... Oh, no, but actually I'm not, because Upton G still doesn't have the Erdrick Sword yet, so... No, that makes sense.
So it looks like wherever Garen's grave looks to be hiding, at least that is the... at least I would think that's going to be the... I don't know, the direction to busting things open here.
Yeah, so, it's either going to be like through a swamp that nobody's explored yet, or it's probably in one of those nook and crannies that I often talk about on my streams, and how you gotta be on the lookout for those, because usually, like, you think those nook and crannies, those, like, tiny 1 square wide passageways, you know, you think they typically lead to nothing, and instead they lead into these vast pieces of land, and that's pretty much, if I'm a gambler, man, that's where Erdrick's grave. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's where it is.
Yes, Garen's grave, as Card making his way through the swamp cave.
Have we explored the swamp, the other island yet?
Initially I thought so, but apparently not, and Card now taking that direction here, and we have a cave just to the southwest here.
And that looks like Tablet Cave. Now we're gonna get some answers here in a real hurry. NES Cardinelli, one of the best at wandering blind, as he finds the fighter's ring, which is helpful, but not what he was looking for necessarily.
Well, he's one of the best at wandering blind in the right direction. I'm really good at wandering blind, but that doesn't mean that I'm going in the right place.
Fair enough. Uh-oh, what did BT find?
Well, he's going to do us a favor and light things up, and he has found the grave.
Ah ha ha, he's gone the correct direction.
So we know by process of elimination that the Silver Harp is one of these 5 chests, and 3 of them are on the other side of this metal scorpion.
Quick, which one? Pick one. I'll pick the third.
I'm going to say the middle one on the way down. Well, it's not the upper 3, as that was... that's where apparently a lot of the big bucks were hiding.
Well, I'd lose.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not deep in the grave, but it's midway through the grave.
So you're thinking the 4th chest that he's gonna run into? Alright. So pretty much all of our runners will go through... We'll perform Garen's grave the exact same way. They'll pick up the first 3 boxes, and then they'll find their way down the 3rd floor and pick up a box that usually has Sparkover's favorite item, the Cursed Belt, and then they'll wander down to where the Silver Harp usually is and maybe they'll pick up the Silver Harp.
Well, as far as this seed, I can tell you that the Cursed Belt will not be in that chest, as there was 1 Cursed Belt in Garenham, and the other would have contained the Cursed Belt. Instead, it was Erdrick's token in the middle chest in the treasury in Tandagel.
Yes, Sparkover, it is your favorite item. I know. Oh, here's level 14 for BT.
3 power, 2 speed, 10 hit points, 2 magic points, and a new spell. And there's the silver harp.
Okay. Now, will BT go down one more? Possibly, because he still doesn't have the token, and he doesn't have the fighter's ring, or the death necklace. He doesn't. So, definitely can understand if he wants to go and check out that 5th box.
And up to NG, picking up the Stones of Sunlight. Yeah, when there are still items that you have to find, you don't want to leave that one behind and gamble necessarily, and gamble and lose if, oh, an essential item was deep here in the grave, because then you have to do all kinds of doubling back.
Okay. Let's see what this is for the record. And it's money.
So, out of the 7 treasure chests, well, 7 out of the 30 chests contain gold. 6 of them have been found so far. 2 of them were in the throne room, 1 was in Garanham, and 3 of them in the grave. Who said
you could
money with you?
Yeah. I was gonna say one could theoretically, like, if it's well. They probably would have done this if this was earlier in the seed, but as we see BT find the flute there, and where is I going? You could theoretically go into the grave over and over and over again to pick up gold, although that comes with big risk. Probably would have been better if the first 3 boxes all had gold, which it did not.
Yeah, I think I've seen a seed or 2 where that's happened.
Yeah, there was a race we broadcast on the Randomizer networks where I think you were on the call. You and Ryu was, as we see BT picking up Edric's token there, where both Mr. Holmes and I did that exact gold grind when we were killing goldmen along the way, and it turned out Ryu knew that there was a gold grind via the connected cave to Garanham, and I'm thinking to myself, well, Ryu won this seed.
How about that? I think the most fun trifecta of chests, there was a seed that I had played where the 3 chests in a row, 1 was the silver harp, the next one was the Stones of Sunlight, and the 3rd was Erdrick's token. Just bing, bang, boom, all right in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty good. As we're starting to see that the Red Dragon definitely has a 50% hurt, maybe even 25, because over on Smashy's side, that Red Dragon keeps attacking, and he keeps running. Yeah. Which, again, this does make sense because he does have the club equipped, so.
Well, at least his car's not going anywhere. Oh wait, different, the club.
Yeah, the club.
For those unfamiliar, the club back in the 80s and early 90s was a steering wheel lock that you put on your car as an anti-theft device. The more you know.
It also currently is a place where you dance to really cool music. But, well.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done that. I think the last time that I did that, it was borderline being called a disco still.
Alright, did we find the jerk?
Yes. Yeah, everything has been found that's not in Charlock. The Rainbow Drop Cave is in the back of Garanham.
And as I suspected, level 14 did provide the hurt more spell, so those Armor Knights are being kissed goodbye. When, well, the Star Wyvern just kissed BT goodbye.
And Smashy again running into problems with the Red Dragon, proving why they are the fun police, because when they show up, the fun tends to stop, and Smashy has been having anything but fun inside of Hawk's Nest.
Cyberventure asked a few minutes ago in chat if the world map generation changed. I don't think it's changed recently, but the maps in the 2.0 version got a lot more interesting once they started making the 2 islands, thanks to the new swamp cave, that new mechanic there.
So I guess prior to that, it was one giant continent that the swamp cave just kind of put you in one spot and out another, and you kind of went from there. But now you have places that are locked out that you can only access by traveling through the swamp.
Yeah, that's right.
And it has made for some interesting and fun scenarios, and pretty early on, some interesting potential soft lock scenarios, which have since been rectified.
Oh man, that was one of your first seeds that you ran, where I came in and declared the seed dead because you were stuck on the first continent.
Oh gosh, yeah, that one of the first ones that I think I had called and or doing commentary on, and it was kind of a well, wait a minute, what's happening here scenario. It was like live breaking news this had happened. Well, I think we're getting word here that it had that fun feel to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like what Up2NG was doing there, knocking out that wizard. So, I mean, that's definitely a lot of progress. Still's got to find Erdrick's sword, and I would say needs to hurry up and do that. I mean, he's still got 1,200 experience to the next level, and BT's starting to pull away with that Hurtmore spell.
And BT's back into Garenham, presumably to get the rainbow drop. Opting to cast Repel and stay at the end first. Interesting. I think that's just an instinct that some runners have, where if they're staying at an inn, they just instinctively cast the spell of Repel if they have it. Almost a second nature type thing.
Oh, Smashy's... Oh, I'm sorry, go.
Here's the rainbow drop for BTs, as Up2NG doing some browsing and...
Yeah, and Smashy's trying Hoxus again, and yet again, that red dragon giving him troll.
Well, the problem is, I mean, Smashy has, at this point, what, maybe not even 50 defense? So at that point, you're looking at, let's just say 50 for sake of argument, that you're looking at damage range of anywhere from 23 to 47. If it's even less than, if he has even less defense than that, then it's even larger ratio.
Yeah. So I'm taking a look at the other runners that are not on stream. We have Unos at level 13, and does he have, I don't know what, well, I don't know. Yeah, he's at level 13. Bobsky's at 12. I think Beta Strep's at 12. Marth SR is at 10. Jay Cooper, I think, is at 12. Synth Pop is back, is also in at level 10. And Mari Noko, I might be one of the newer, might be in first race here, first or second race. Definitely new to our community. Welcome. Playing level 9 right now, so that's where we are off stream.
And BT's the first into Charlotte Castle. And this looks
going
to
down
perhaps
blind.
be an informational dive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't have the HP. You definitely don't have the strength. You're not beating the Dragon Lord right now. You are so definitely getting the information. Also able to fight a lot of really powerful monsters. What was the mini boss at the Swamp Cave, which was quite a distance from the castle? Yeah.
It was, and I'm not sure. I mean, if any of our runners went to it, I will admit that in trying to pay attention to 4 screens, I missed it. BT's using that fairy flute to take out the golem and is only about 227 experience away from level 15, but an armored knight hitting for 29, and that will send BT's back.
Yeah, I liked his idea knocking out that golem, but that was definitely needed to use a heal more there against that armored knight, and so that's gonna cost him a little bit of time here.
And it hit on the high side of the range too, with that 82 defense, which is good to fend off at least one of the 10 enemies that can be in Charlotte Castle, the wizard. That'll make the battle with them a little bit easier, but the armored knight hitting for anywhere between 16 and 32 hit points, and 29 obviously on the high side of that. Just a little unlucky.
Oh, Smashy's is gonna love what he finds here in a minute. He's found the mountain cave, so this is gonna be really good news, and he's gonna start. I bet he's gonna start knocking out red dragons now. You know what? Now that I've thought about it, Smashy might determine. You know what? I keep running into red dragons in Hawksness. Why don't I just go over there and grind for points?
And with the added strength, that may certainly be the case. And Smashy, skipping that first chest, I guess already had opened it and saw that it was a dragon scale and saying, nope, I'm just going to move on here. Meanwhile, here is level 15, 3, 2, 3, and 6.
Yeah, so that is...
Yeah, very modest power gains the last couple of levels here. Certainly not flying on rocket power, that's for sure.
No, as yeah, I was gonna say that's only slightly better than an MPI level, pretty much. It looks like Smashy's gonna have a treasure boss here, the Drakey. Yeah, get out of here. Gonna get the wings, and then one step more, and he'll have that sword there. There it is. Bam.
And based on the attack, that just added another, compared to the club, another 36 attack power. Nice game.
Yeah, I was going to say, also known as a lot. Ooh, but I do think he should go after this Armored Knight now, especially with 59 magic points and one more box to open.
Yeah, just smash and heal more, Smashy. Live up to your namesake.
Yeah, and there's no gold grind, so you don't have that available. So, yep, there we go.
So, a quick stop in Sixtown, better known as Breckenary. Or Breckenary, known at least by me as Sixtown, because of the 6 gold that it costs to stay at the inn. The cheapest inn in all the land. As Card now is in Garen's grave, picks up the pair of big bucks in the earth, and is now going to head on down to get that silver harp.
Yep, absolutely. And let's see. I lost my train of thought, so...
That's okay. Mine has been derailed on many an occasion, especially trying to pay attention to 4 different things all at the same time. Well, I thank you for joining me here, because solo commentary is challenging enough when it's just one-on-one, but when you have this four-way dance that's going on here, it is beyond challenging, even for a broadcast professional such as myself.
Hey, next week we're gonna do 6 players at once, and everybody's playing speed hacks. That'll keep you. No, I'm kidding.
And next week I will also be resigning. No. I get to retire after this show, right?
hey, at least you get to retire in style, right? No.
Back to the action here. So BT's just looking for a grind in the familiar spot that our runners were grinding in earlier, as there seemed to be a lot of great enemies. Wraith Knights. Okay, there's the occasional Magidrakey, but the Wraith Knights and Axe Knights seem to pop up there, and the Metal Slimes, if you can get them, hey, all the better.
Yeah, absolutely, but I see that Card has finished his exploratory phase, and I'm now going to be very interested to see where he's going to start grinding here.
I believe, did he pick up the Silver Harp and then just noped on out of there and didn't bother with the 5th chest?
I think he did, because he already has the Fighter's Ring. I guess he is gambling against a Death Necklace not being found in the bottom chest, which that would be a successful gamble. So
yeah, the Death Necklace, which in the vanilla version of Dragon Warrior is merely another cursed item that once you put it on, well, you're restricted from entering Tantagel Castle until you go see the man in Brecconary who can remove the curse. Here in Dragon Warrior Randomizer, a little risk-reward hitch was added to it. So once you put on the Death Necklace, you get an additional 10 attack power, but at the cost of 25% of your maximum HP.
Excellent play from Card here. He's got that red dragon, and yeah, I'm very curious to see if he's gonna start grinding red dragons in Hawksness. That I'm thinking that's like a big thing now.
And with that Death Necklace, usually you'll see runners put that on with a minimum of 130 hit points to bring them down to 97, which is usually the bare minimum that you want to try handling the Dragon Lord on.
Yeah, sorry, I changed the subject on you there, but yeah, in future versions, it's going to become 129. There was a little bit of I suppose a bug with the assembly code that Magru put in there, but he fixed that. In the next version, you'll only need 129 HP.
Okay, kind of like in what is it? Kind of dealing with those fractions of hit points, or kind of like the half cents from the movie Superman 3 or Office Space.
Yeah, I suppose. But assembly is very hard. I mean, even relatively simple assembly like 6502, which is what the NES uses, it's not easy.
No, well, any kind of a video game programming is certainly a challenge, and kudos to those who understand it, because I don't have a doggone clue on it. I barely know how to play the games. But playing well here is up to NG, who has found a grind spot in the Swamp Cave, and the guardian enemy in that spike tile is an Axe Knight.
Ooh, how close is remind me, how close is the Swamp Cave? Well, it looks like Smashy found it too, by the way.
And it looks like the one difference here is... if I remember right, were they the ones who had both... Oh, no, I was thinking of the Knights that had Heal More and Hurt More. And
yes,
up to NG, going for the Princess.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, I don't think that he has found the coordinates yet, so I guess he figures he'll take her to Cantlin and find out what the coordinates are and go from there. Or he'll take her to Breckenary.
Yeah. Oh. Gonna have a sleep. Okay. All right. So so off stream we have Unos now at level 14. We have a couple. We have 3 at 13. Bobski, J. Coper, and Beta Strep. Beta Strep is in Sharlock, so the exploration's done for that player. And then we have Martha 12, Synth Pop is 12, and Marinoko at 10.
And level 16 brings 3 power, 5 speed, 13 hit points, and 4 magic points. The strength gains seeming to be coming in 3s the last few levels.
So the reason that's happening is because while they're doing that, they're playing a side game of Pressure Luck, and they're buzzing in and getting the correct answer to Peter Tomarkin's questions.
Yes, the buzz-in answer apparently gets 3 strength, and multiple choice answer gets you 1 strength. And an incorrect answer gets you empty eye strength.
Yeah. Oh, there we go, BT. Knock out those red dragons like they've never been knocked out before.
So the fact that BT's is continuing to fight the red dragons here leads you to believe that level 16 not quite enough and is going to go to 17 here.
Yeah, as we see our tracker CyberDoc displaying the stats here, 74 strength is definitely not enough. You're going to need at least 10 more, and it's probably going to be pushing... Yeah, you're probably pushing like 16 more at this point. It's going to depend on if we can get more magic points here.
And also, the hit points not anywhere close to that Death Necklace range that we were talking about. So they're either looking for at least 26 more hit points, or, as you said, at least another, maybe 12 to 14 strength?
Yeah, yep, one of those twos has to happen at this point. Right now, we're looking at 13 attacks with no chance at a potential double, meaning you can attack twice before heal mooring. And it's for that you're gonna need, you're gonna need about 130 couple strength attack power. So it's still got a ways to go here. And we see up to NG picking up the Hurtmore spell, so those Armor Knights aren't going to be long. Well, I should say that's kind of incorrect, because in this game the monsters are defeated. They are not killed, they are defeated.
Yes, the references to death are very minimal. It's amazing though that they don't say that you're defeated, that you're dead, but apparently you defeat the enemies. Probably just so that we don't come across as this slaughtering murderer type. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Diablo wasn't a thing back then, but anyway.
No, most certainly not.
So now it looks like BT's gonna approach 2,500, 3,000 experience. Oh, it looks like Card's going for blue dragons. Or if you're a fan of Final Fantasy Randomizer, you call them blue Ds.
Blue 2 Ds.
Yeah, that's right.
At some point I'll learn Final Fantasy, even vanilla, let alone Randomizer. Just something I never picked up as a kid. But I know that there's a lot of great that comes from it here, and Up to NG seems to be giving the princess the world tour here.
Hey, it works for me.
Only unlike Aladdin, no rug required, or no carpet required.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, alright, but Upgenji is in the grave, so he's about 100 steps away from the Silver Harp here.
I can only imagine how that would go. Gosh, now I've got Aladdin stuck in my head. I can show you the world while
jeez.
avoiding Red Dragon.
Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Meanwhile, BT 600 points away from level 17 here.
And, ooh, Metal Scorpions with the Dragon Lord Breath.
Oh, that's news.
You didn't see that before. And, well, along with that death, that means Princess, back to the cave you go.
Yep, that's right. And meanwhile, in the grind battle here, it looks like Card's grinding spot's a little bit better than BT here. So I'm got a feeling that he's gonna do a little bit of catching up here. Well, until BT got a Kaishin.
Yeah, the Kaishin no Ichigeki, that's the Japanese for excellent move, which is a critical hit in this particular game. And Any Snail, to answer your question, how do they change their avatar? You can actually select it at the beginning of the game when you go to pick a randomized seed, which you can download the randomizer there in chat at the website listed. But you can pick between a litany of different sprites, including, obviously, the base hero Loto. You can play as Princess Gwaelin. You can play as Link from Legend of Zelda. You can play as Mario or Luigi. Those are pretty self-explanatory. You can play as the 3 main characters in Dragon Warrior 2, the Prince of Cannock, Prince of Middenhall, and the Princess of Moonbrook. And there are a litany of characters from Dragon Warrior 3 and 4, which I won't get into because the race will be over by the time I finish. And also some Final Fantasy characters that you can play as well.
Yeah, it's really neat. This has been, that was the work of, I believe it was mainly Zarnax who gave us all these sprites, and it's really good stuff, so,
And I think there are more being developed, which I think next time there is an update to the randomizer, there may be some more quirks being thrown in. Allegedly, I don't want to give any confirmation on that, but there have been rumors, allegations, whispers, dare I say, scuttlebutt perhaps.
Yeah, I do know that Zarnax did his own custom sprite during the tournament. He was doing the dead body one, and he did the dog as one, and I think he did a couple others that I don't remember at this point. But meanwhile, level 17, we had 7 strength for BT, and that is not enough. Even although we did get 14 HP, that also not quite there, because double attack chance isn't quite there yet.
No, at this point, working on that second form of the Dragon Lord, which in the vanilla version of the game has 130 hit points, but here in the randomizer has a range of 150 to 165. And with each attack of the sword, BT's only able to do between 5 and 11 hit points of damage. So you're looking at quite a few attacks on average to wrap things up here. Too many. Yeah, on average it'd take 21 attacks to take out the Dragon Lord, and you just don't have that kind of healing power.
Yeah, that's a lot of attacks. Oh, okay. So looks like red dragons have a 25% heal. It just came down the pike there.
Oh, we want to thank those of you joining us here from the main Randomania channel. Here at Randomania 3, Ferran Burgundy and Game Boy F9 bringing you the Wednesday Warrior Weekly Dragon Warrior Randomizer Weekly Race. We have 11 runners competing and 4 currently on stream here, featured. And JJ Schmidt noting in chat that Card going shieldless for the moment.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting, and yeah, I wanted to mention that we you mentioned Randomania rating us. They've been doing the Wind Waker Randomizer tournament, and we've been showing a lot of races for them. So definitely good to see there. As we just saw a. Oh, okay. Hey, there's another excellent move.
Kaishins across the board here. BT's getting plenty of them.
And the hurt spell. Oh no, not the hurt spell. So I originally thought that NES Cardinality was outpacing BT, and it's actually partly because BT keeps getting excellent moves, but also, well, I guess partly because Red Dragons are worth more points, and also BT is throwing down the Repel spell to guarantee Red Dragons. It's pretty much turning out that BT's slowly pulling away, it turns out, but very slowly.
Yeah, right now the differential, well, it was about 3,500, now down to about 33, but now it's back up to 36. So it's, yeah, I guess it's a matter of how quickly Card is taking out the Blue Dragons versus how efficiently BT's is taking these out here in terms of the Red Dragons. And you're right, it's very close. I mean, right now it's, I would say, I don't know if there's anybody really pulling ahead necessarily. I mean, but if there is, it's ever so slight. It looks like that differential is still hovering around the 3,500 experience point mark.
Yeah, as we see Smashy getting up to level 14 and now picking up the hurt spell, and is not afraid to use it against these armored knights and axe knights that are showing up. So
I would say that Smashy is delighted to dish out the hurt more.
let's see how we're doing off stream here. Looks like Unos and Beta Strip are at level 15. It looks like Unos is doing something similar to BT here and going after Red Dragons. He's at a slightly different part of the map, but that's where he's going there. And then Beta Strep is still hanging out in Charlotte and trying to get points that way. It looks like Marth is doing the Blue Dragon grind that NES Cardinality is doing. And I think Bobsky is doing the same thing over in level 14 there. And Jay Coper, I'm not quite sure what he's doing quite yet. So, as far as grinding is concerned. But right now he's going against an Axe Knight. That'll be a pretty easy victory there.
And up to NG in the Mountain Cave. That's right, hasn't yet picked up the sword. Erdrick's sword, that is working with a broadsword, so that'll be an additional 20 attack power coming once he gets down to there. Smashy, meanwhile, in Garen's grave, and is going to go down to grab the Silver Harp. As Card now taking a rest back in Cantlin's Inn, and BT's just wailing away on Red Dragons.
Yeah, he got another 3 strength and another 7 HP, and I think he got enough MP for another heal more, and it's getting real close. Not quite there. I do agree with BT continuing to go to level 19 here. He's at he's going to average about 9, maybe a little bit more than 9 hit points per attack to the Dragon Lord with 12 heal mores. Now the double attack chance is really good right now, so I think one more and it'll be good to go, and he'll be good to go. But now, is he going to complete that or dive Sherlock for 19? It looks like he's going to complete it right here, north of Garenham.
Just that way there aren't any surprises necessarily, and 16,500 is going to be the total to get to level 19, and at 255 a clip, I mean, you're only looking at, what, another 6 red dragons?
Yeah, let's see. 2250. Yeah, I think it's 8. Might be 8 red dragon, 8, something like that. But yeah, it's not many. It's not many monsters. That's the point.
Oh, I was going by where he's at now with 15,400 and change. Yeah. 15,
oh yeah.
7. So yeah, it's only another little over 4 at this point.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so. Well, since he's just going against red dragons, it will be 5. But yeah, yep, you're right.
Yeah, I can do numbers late at night good. I just can't calculate time, apparently. You know, I think that with the tournament final, I think that was just, dare I say, hyperbole.
Oh, yeah. I know somebody you can bounce puns off of all day long. So.
Yes, that was a Greenleaf effect level of punnery there.
All right, so up to NG's gone to level 15. I'm not sure if he's still missing some items and still has to explore, or is just trying to find a good grind spot here. I see Smashy's just converted for the staff.
And now we were talking before about that slight, you know, which grind is better, and it's still pretty even. You can see now just a little under 3,500 experience lead between BTs and Card. So 2 different strategies, and both seeming to have their pros and cons.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I'm now say it's pretty much the same, and I think it might be helped by the 82 strength that Card now has. That might have been why BT was able to pick up 500 experience or something like that. But right now, BT's got a little bit of a drought right now. Just can't find a red dragon here. How about a Star Wyvern?
Which, that's right, once the spell of Repel is cast, enemies that their strength is less than or equal to your defense power, they don't appear. So with the 88 defense for BTs, the Star Wyverns don't come up.
Yeah, and I believe BT just got 2 consecutive excellent moves to find his way up to level 19 and 2 more power. Oh no!
2, 5, 3, and 7.
Oh my goodness! So now we're at 6 to 13, which is pretty close to 10 because it's almost 128. It's pretty close to about 10 damage points per attack. You're now at 13 heal mores, and you got a lot of double attacks. It might be time to go here.
It's on that risky side, and you can see BT's quickly looking at the numbers, and we'll see what BT's decides to do here. Now, chat making mention that along with the grind here, our runners, we mentioned earlier in the seed that they're not being a gold grind. This seems to be a combo experience and gold grind together. It looks like BT's, though, is going to abandon the grind and get ready to make the move. But Card, meanwhile, about 4,400 gold away from the Silver Shield. Although at this point, almost 100 minutes into this seed, I don't think that they're going to quite get there to that Silver Shield money.
Yeah, it's going to be real close, but yeah, I do agree. That's not going to be quite enough. Maybe somebody else offline might be able to pick up that. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Not on everybody else's stream here.
Although I'd be hard pressed to see BTs going for it. I mean, considering that the Silver Shield with the defense that's already there now at 91 defense, add another 10 to that for the Silver Shield. If he had 101 defense, that would be very easy to withstand damage from almost all of the enemies in Sherlock, but that also is that time factor.
Well, offline I see Beta Strep has made it all the way down to the final basement of Sherlock and is just hanging out on the grass tiles outside the mini boss tile there, but I'm not quite sure what the mini boss is. We'll wait and see what BT runs into before we announce it anyway. So.
And a car running into Red Dragon's Hawksnet on the route back to grinding up to 18.
Yeah, that's the perfect monster. If you're gonna randomly run into red dragons on your way to killing off blue dragons, it's perfect for him.
And maybe that's why Card figured that the better grind spot is Hawksnest, because you figure you have the guaranteed blue dragons, and occasionally you'll run into a red dragon.
Yeah, Card didn't even think twice looking at those statistics on 18, so he's going one more. And meanwhile, BT is going for game here.
First, note in chat that the is gambling that the fighter's ring, which will give an additional 2 attack power, is in Sherlock Castle's basement in one of those 6 treasure chests. We, however, know that it is not, as the is in the Paddock Cave.
Yeah, so you went out over on my stream, so if you don't, yeah, and actually chat's confirming, so I'll just repeat what you just said if you don't mind. Franz was mentioning BT is hoping that the fighter's ring would be in Sherlock, and it's turning, and as we know, it's not in Sherlock, it's actually in Eric's Cave, which BT did not find, so that is what Franz said there. So it looks like BT is going for favorable battles. Of course, the only thing is that it is now 3,000 experience to the next level instead of 2,250. So it's a few more battles to get to the next level. I don't think 20 is happening in this dive. BT is going to see what's down here. Alright, so BT did find the death necklace. That's over in the $250 chest in the traditional pyramid game show scheme there, so...
Yeah, we definitely don't want to call it a pyramid scheme. That's usually looked at as a bad thing.
Yeah, right.
No, the pyramid meme, maybe, which is what we kind of do here.
Right.
And hopefully I'm back now, as apparently Robo Burgundy made a brief cameo, as Robo Burgundy tends to do seemingly once a seed here.
Okay, so BT is not going to go for game from here. He's going to check the vanilla sword chest to see if he can find the fighter's ring from there, and he won't. And I can understand, but I can understand why, because he's finding all these favorable monsters. Oh, at this point, I might give the advantage to Card here, because Card does have the fighter's ring, will have 7 to 14, and will have a much higher chance of defeating the Dragon Lord.
And the Rainbow Drop about to be acquired by up to NG, as Smashy, well, just about out of resources here, and it's going to just keep fighting on down with the Blue Dragon.
Yep, as we've established here, Blue Dragon shopping's a good idea. Unfortunately, he's 8,000 points down.
So it looks like en route that BT's is taking some favorable battles. Pretty much any enemy that's able to attack, and we've got big bucks in the vanilla chest, the vanilla sword chest, that is. And BT's doing some thinking.
Yeah, this decision right here is gonna decide the game. If he casts outside and tries to get the extra 2,000 experience, this might be Card's race. But if he decides to go for it, then he's got a 50-50 chance. I would say about a 50-50 chance, and it looks like that's what he's doing. And hopefully he can get enough experience to get to level 20, and then that's the end of that idea. But we'll see what 20 holds.
So level 20, you have to get 19,500 experience to get there. Oh, I don't know. I mean, being this close down, yeah, I don't think level 20 is happening for BTs here. Yeah, Sports Hefe noting that yeah, it's going to run about 1783 short at the moment, but keeps fighting these wizards here. They're 120 a pop. That's, well, only another, what, 15 or so, maybe 16.
Yeah, BT needed to run into some red dragons, and we weren't seeing them in Sherlock, interestingly enough.
Yeah, although what he is running into are enemies that he is what is known as defense breaking. When your defense points are the same as or higher than an enemy's strength, a different attack range is calculated, resulting in considerably less damage, and in some cases, even 0 hit points. So here, the Green Dragon hitting for no more than 15.
Ooh, that's a boss you want to run into. Unfortunately, he's not quite there as far as damage breaking, but he's gonna get a few more anyway, and I can see why, because BT still has 6 herbs. He didn't need to do any healing on the dive down.
Held on to all herbs as well as all magic points.
Yeah, he's playing aggressively here.
And it looks like Card took a death, and chat noting that if Card was planning on picking up the Silver Shield, that is for naught at this point. Although, Nest Cardinality's still, as far as I know, going without a shield.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, but it is working out for him. Oh, yikes, BT. You're flirting with death here.
BT's been doing a good amount of that, and BT realizing, you know what, it's not quite going to happen. Still, what, about 773 away from level 20. Well, okay, another critical hit. Those seem to be cropping up at pretty opportune times, and thinking, all right, maybe I can just walk up and heal and work on a wizard grind in the meanwhile.
Yeah, I'd say that's the good idea, because he's almost out of herbs now, and we'll see if he can get the one strength he needs to get to 7 to 14, and which would result in probably a victory at this point, especially if he gets 5 hit points. He needs one of those two to happen.
And well, he was walk healing up and is trying to go back to the Axe Knight. Or, yeah, there it is. Okay, so...
Oh, and that was a very unfortunate pick-off there, and not a good number rolled in his first attack. But it looks like the Healmore is not being dropped, so looks like BT is going to be okay with that Axe Knight. Probably just needs to walk heal from this point forward, down to 1 herb.
And depending on the enemy, just 2 enemies away, as he's 283 experience away from level 20.
Yeah, looks like he'll need 2 more monsters here to wrap it up.
Yeah, unless he's running into an armored knight, which definitely does not want to run into at this point. Yeah, either a green dragon for 135 or a wizard for 120. Those are going to be the way to go.
Imagine. You know who we haven't seen today? I don't think we've seen any stone men. Have we?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, I think the golems have pretty much been taking care of that part of the family.
Yeah, by the way, Card is also grinding to level 20, it looks like. He's got about 19 points. Here's level 20. Oh, there we go.
4, 5, and 7. So you got all green here, and immediately having the chat. And is going to decline the offer to rule half the world, and is going to get called a fool, and here we go.
Ooh, kind of surprised he didn't put on that death necklace, because he is now okay, but I think it's fine, because he'll have plenty of double attack opportunities here. And there's Dragon Lord number 1.
No back attack to start off with, going with 11. Now he can hit anywhere between 8 and 16. Ooh, and there's a minimum roll of 8.
Ooh, there's a gamble. There's a big gamble. Oh boy, gets away with it. Whoa!
Well, certainly going with his gut on that one. There's another 11 for 39.
Although now that you're calling this out, I can't blame him for attacking at 47, because he has been rolling a lot of lower numbers, not a lot of higher numbers. So, good gamble.
Yeah, it's been below average on pretty much all the hits here, and there's another 8 for 67. Yeah, only 3 out of the first 7 attacks have been double digits. But there's a big 14.
Yeah, pretty much just maybe just needs 1 more double attack, but probably doesn't need that anymore.
Another 10 there, so we're up to 101.
Yeah, so you have a maximum of 64 hit points remaining. You've got 6 more attacks to go. Yeah, I think gonna be okay. Oh, there's a double attack. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it, right?
Pending a miss menu, this should be BTs to take here among our streamers, and we'll check to see compared to the others here. There's another 11 for 139. Now 3 Healmores left, as Card making the walk onto the final floor of Sherlock, and there's another 15 for 154. It's a lower range, and BTs is going to take it amongst our streamers here, and I believe might take first place overall, pending a last-minute surprise here.
Oh, he's definitely got first place. Nobody off stream. There's a couple that are at level 18, but so in good position, and congratulations, BT. You are the winner.
Yep, with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 7 seconds.
Yeah, that was a great run, and if I'm not mistaken, BT picked off a lot of metal slimes early, and and of course that alone, you can't say that alone was the difference, but it definitely helped.
Yeah, it certainly has. It certainly contributed. I think also some of the early gutsy decisions in terms of exploration, being able to find things. I think he was definitely the first among our 4 runners here to acquire Erdrick's sword, which also helped. So I mean, there were a few different factors, but they were some of them were gambles that paid off, and some of them were some great lucky strikes, and some of them were just great skill that put BTs pretty deep into this year's tournament and a perennial contender in Dragon Warrior Randomizer races. And speak of that, we have our victor here in chat. BTs, congratulations and GG.
Looks like yeah. I don't think the mic is working quite yet.
Technology. It's a wonderful thing when it works.
Oh, wow. Okay. Beta Strep actually finished at level 18. Wow. Well done. He's finished in second place.
Yeah, just 1 minute and 41 seconds behind BT's 1:55:48, the official time. So Beta Strep, another fairly new runner to the community, at least I believe. So, or at least new in terms of tournament contributions, because I do see quite a few races that Beta Strep's been involved in here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like Card's gonna go ahead and get things wrapped up here. I think, considering that Beta Strep finished at 18, should be able to finish this at 19, and it looks like, yeah, he's got a double attack there. Good shape.
Okay, and Sports Continuing, Beta Strep is more of the vanilla Dragon Warrior player than the Randomizer. So new to the Randomizer, but certainly not new to Dragon Warrior.
Yep, and we just heard BT come in on commentary. Good game.
Hey, good game. How's it going over there?
Going good. Yourself?
Yeah. Just kind of sub 2, you know? We did it in sub 2. Good job,
yeah,
Beta Strep.
Yeah. Beta Strep finished in 18 there. That kind of surprised me, but you know what? I play pretty conservative. I mean, that's what caused me to lose game 2 against you, BT, is that I play conservative, and there you have it. And there's Card. He's gonna finish here, level 19, because he found the fighter's ring in Erdrick's cave. That helped a lot. So third place, 157.56. So when did you got quite a few metal slimes early on, if I recall? Yeah.
Yeah, we can review my splits here. Looks like I got the first one gone level 5 to level 6. Then I skipped level 7, going from 6 to 8. And then I got one more after that, and then they started running away.
Yeah, those early Metal Slime kills, they help a lot, and now they don't necessarily decide a race, but it definitely can improve your position, especially in a big 11-player race like this.
I feel like I was hurt more for my exact HP total as many times, if not twice as many times, as I encountered a Metal Slime, let alone killed one. So, with low HP through level 11, that was pretty terrible.
Yeah, yeah, you really wanted to knock out all those red dragons at level 10 because they had hurt a good portion of the time, and then they're just like, but it turned out that it was only, I think it looked like it was only a 50% hurt, not a 75.
Yeah, it was bad out there. But they also had heal, you know, so if you couldn't damage them for 20, then GG.
Yeah, true. It didn't look like they were healing very often, though, did they?
No, I felt like it was not quite 75%.
Yeah.
Where was Swamp
okay.
Cave and Tablet Cave? I've never found them, and I assumed the Fighter's Ring was in Charlock, and it wasn't. Otherwise, I would have finished up a bit sooner.
Ferran's gonna have to answer that for me.
Well, he has no interest in doing that.
Sorry, I was called away for the moment, so I missed the question to be able to provide the answer.
Where is things?
Oh, he was wondering where the Tablet Cave was and the Swamp Cave. I don't remember. It definitely was tucked in there, though.
Oh, goodness. While I can keep track of where things were as far as treasure chests and whatnot, my ability in cartography is next to nil. We'll save that for Mr. Nest Cartography himself.
So I'm guessing somewhere in the central northern part of the continent.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody in chat was able to catch that, but yeah, I'm not quite sure offhand. We have Marth trying the Dragon Lord at 18 as well, so that was a very borderline level whether to go on 18 or 19, especially with that fight. Well, you went at 20 and it turned out aces for you. So
I was trying to go, but Fighter's Ring was required for 19 or 18. Everyone's crazy. I don't know what's going on. That's my least conservative play, and it worked out in my favor, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially early on with the Dragon Lord, you had a lot of low rolls, and then as you kind of went later on, there were a lot more double digits, but I noted here in chat that 4 out of your first 7 attacks were single digits. You just kept getting 8s and, more so 8s than 9s, but, I think your highest attack for the first 7 was 12.
Yeah, those big numbers are really hard to add up in my head, so I was very thankful that I did minimum damage.
And we do have Card joining us in chat here. Good game.
GG, I kept expecting to be like 10 minutes behind first place, and then I actually made it to the bottom floor. I was just approaching the mini-boss when BT got done, and I was really surprised that it was that close. Looking at it now, with just 3 of us finished and everyone else taking a lot more time, I guess the bad things that were happening to me were happening to everyone, I guess.
Yeah, the Armored Knights were unkind to all.
I guess so, yeah. I had a big backlog of them just trying to, enter Cantlin, trying to earn large shield money outside there, approaching Hawksness and all that. I literally stayed in that corner for about 20 minutes, before I finally got the level that I wanted and went and fought the blue dragon. And then I finally started mapping new stuff. But I guess there wasn't too much to find after that. But yeah, took a lot of extra time to find the grave. I went all through the swamp cave, explored that entire island, and there was basically nothing there. So yeah, I was very worried. What's that?
GG, sir. I was asking around to see where the swamp cave even was. I didn't find that or the tablet cave.
Yeah, tablet was on the other side, as was Brecconary. I think tablet just had gold or something. Oh, actually, I think it had the fighter's ring.
It did, but where was the entrance to the cave?
So you go far north of Cantlin and Cole, to the very top of the map, and you turn right instead of left. That's where the swamp cave is. Left is the grave, right is the swamp.
Oh, gotcha.
So Marth failed his Dragon Lord attempt, so unfortunately he's going to have to try that again. Looks like Unos is going to try for the Dragon Lord, and Bobsky's in there as well. So, so this was one of the most interesting decisions out there. BT and Card is whether to go on 18, 19, or 20. And if you had the fighter's ring, you definitely could have done it on 19, and it looked like, and Beta Strep was able to pull it off on 18. So I'm assuming that he had fighter's ring as well. So yeah, so very interesting end game there.
It is one of the more interesting issues out there, and I'm glad I came to my senses. I had started fighting stuff after I reached level 19, and then suddenly it hit me, I have all this potential for double attacks. It should be fine, I'll just go and buy the large shield that I kept forgetting to buy in Garinham, and all will be well. And so yeah, that was a really easy fight. I think level 18 was kind of iffy. We saw, Beta Strep told me he was down to his last attack and he won. But yeah, a very interesting decision to go there. Lots of math to figure out, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And both you, BT, and you, Card, both of you were pretty close to Silver Shield range there. You almost were able to get, well, 100 defense, which is way up there.
I think when I was at level 15, my chat was doing the calculations, and they said, no, you can't get it until you reach level 20 on blue dragons. And so, as the levels kept going, and we kept getting these small levels, everyone was rooting for it to take to level 20, and we almost got there, almost.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's awesome. But we had a few.
Question.
Yeah, what's that?
Where was Nestcard and I before we started our endgame grinds, and was Red Dragons more efficient than Blue?
So it turned out that it pretty much was a dead heat. Maybe slightly in your favor, BT. So I'll explain to Card. BT casted Repel and grinded Red Dragons just in those 4 desert tiles north of Garinham, while Card went Blue Dragon shopping in Hawksness.
I kept finding red dragons outside, and I kept, like 100% it was a better grind enemy, but I didn't trust myself to find enough of them, like to commit to something like that. I figured I should just stick to Hawksness. There's a town right there, there are no issues. I think I encountered 1 red dragon up north, but I never really considered grinding there. If it worked out speed-wise, more power to you for, like, discovering them there and realizing that it was good enough.
The 5 minutes before that, I was in the Magi-Wyvern Metal Slime Axe Knight zone close to start, and then I stayed there until my MP got low, and then I remembered getting harassed by those dragons earlier, so I just wanted to have an inn nearby without any low-tier enemies. That zone was Star Wyvern, Red Dragon, Scorpion, Magidrakey, Red Dragon, I think.
Yeah, not bad.
Alright, so we see up to NG showing up here at level 19. Does up to NG not have the fighter's ring? No, he does. Looking for Death Necklace, apparently. You know, BT, I'm a bit surprised you didn't equip the Death Necklace, actually.
That was a little iffy mathematically. I would like to have like 135 or 138 before doing that. I have this penchant for heel mooring for like 80.
Oh, the minimum heel more of 85.
That's my bane right there.
And Yunos has defeated the Dragon Lord, so congratulations to him.
GG Unos.
Looks like 4th place is gonna be in his future. There it is, 2 hours, 9 minutes, 14 seconds. We have up to NG reporting to the Dragon Lord right now. So
Wow,
pretty good. So pretty good race, that's for sure. That definitely was one of the more interesting seeds.
Yeah, that was definitely a good seed for a race like this, with watching a bunch of people at once. A lot of hardships to overcome, a lot of decisions to make, and not the clearest cut ending choice either. It would have been interesting to get closer to Silver Shield money, but of course we had really high agility. I was very strongly considering not getting a shield at all. I only did that because I needed double attacks, or maybe even needed is a strong word, but I didn't know what was in Charlock, so I just figured for safety.
Yeah, no, and it was so easy to run away from everything. Like there weren't any red dragons in Charlock, and even if there were, you probably would have struck them down instead of run from them because of the hurt spell. Oh, look what Up to NG did! Equip the Death Necklace. So, gonna try this with 93 HP.
Well, he's at level 19, he's got a truckload of extra strength, so he'll have a lot of opportunities to heal more. And of course, with the agility, the attacks the Dragon Lord does aren't going to do much, typically. But of course, there's still that lingering possibility, you know, what if you take a bunch of 48s from Fire Breath?
This does not bode well.
Oh, and the Dragon Lord had a lot of HP, so unfortunately he's had to take an extra attack here and gonna have to burn some more herbs here. There we go. And down goes DL1. So Up to NG definitely needs okay, got it. Avoid the back attack there. Oh, perfect. Got 2 attacks to start off, so 33 damage to start. So that was a really good start there. While Martha's yeah, that looks to be the hope. Martha's trying Dragon Lord at level 18 again.
This is a really bad seed for the metagame too. Like, if you see other people finish, you're like, well, I guess I'm strong enough to finish, because I felt like I was doing well, not knowing that first place was level 20.
That's always dangerous, yeah.
Yeah, metagaming does work on occasion, and I know I've been on the plus side of it, but I've been on, well, I should say I've been on the plus, and I've also been on the minus side. So, yeah.
Jeez, it's so weird to see Up to NG have 26 HP, but still be in the white while fighting the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, that's pretty funny there. Do you know how much damage Up to NG's up to now?
It should be easy to figure out. He had to double heal once, and is down to his last heal more now.
By the way,
he's
you
got
guys
at least
probably know
154 because he has beaten the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, I did 153, and it was enough to beat the Dragon Lord.
Wow, nicely played. That actually. So there it is. So there you go. I did not think Death Necklace was a thing, and it definitely was. So good play Up to NG.
Yeah, that's great. You don't want to make that move when no one else is done, though. I hope he comes in here, we can ask him what his thought process was. 'Cause that's a very, very low HP total. Okay, good. Drill him. Drill him on the Death Necklace equip.
All right, so Card has dropped out. So thank you very much for. So thanks to Card for him restreaming, and we look forward to seeing more awesome stuff from Card in the future. Replacing Card is up to NG himself. We're talking about good game to you. We've been talking about your interesting end game decision there to do the Death Necklace at the end.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Yeah, it was kind of a weird spot because I had decided to dive for that level, so I had one less heal more than I would have if I had gone in, you know, fresh. So I just didn't think I would make it. It was really close, I think, with 96 MP and what was it, 129 attack power, I think. I don't know. It seemed like it was a better idea to try the Death Necklace, and then if I died, then I could like fight my way down again and hopefully get the hit points, you know, next time.
Yeah, 20 would have been enough if you did fail. But turned out that was the exact correct move, and it paid off. I mean, the only risk would be Dragon Lord continually breathing fire for 46 and 48, and that only
I got
twice to you.
I got a lot of physicals actually, so it was good luck with the fight, and even a couple of the fire breaths were like 42, so it was no danger. So I had to double heal twice, and I was getting good attack rolls, so it was a pretty good fight.
Meanwhile, Marth off stream fails the Dragon Lord attempt again. So Beta Strep was successful in finishing at 18. Marth tried twice and was unsuccessful both times.
18.
And,
wow.
Yeah.
Beta Strep I did not think 18. That was possible.
Well,
really?
neither did Ferran and I, but no, Beta Strep proved us wrong.
Wow. I'll have to look at that. It's amazing. Yeah, I guess I had hit him for 147 and then 160, so I'm not sure if it had really low hit points, but sometimes that helps.
Yeah, well, Card hit for 153, and that took it out, so somewhere between 150 and 153.
Yeah, so if you go on a level that doesn't look like it's enough, but it happens to have like really low hit points, you know, that saves you an attack sometimes. But yeah, so it was an interesting start for me. I felt like my start was just horrific, so I knew I just kind of didn't really have a shot to win the race. But I'll be curious to see how everyone else did. I had a really hard time getting off like level 1 and 2, and then when I finally got to where I was ready to fight in the like secondary zones, hoping for, you know, metal scorpions and wolves and stuff, everything in those zones I thought was terrible. So I ended up doing that metal slime grind, and I felt like below average luck on that. I probably failed my first 15 encounters with metal slime, so that got me off to a really slow start, unfortunately.
Yeah, all right. Looks like Jay Coper is now going to try the Dragon Lord while Smashy's diving on the way down, it appears.
So how far in progress did the broadcast start today? Because I know we got started a bit early, but...
Yeah, we started about 10 minutes in.
Oh, okay.
Ultimately.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what people did at around that time, actually, so that'll be cool, because some of those monsters, I don't know, Scorpion had some kind of baby breath or something, and, you know, Poltergeist had something, and, you know, there were no good enemies, so it was, I don't know how people got off the ground on this seed. I thought it was tough to get going.
Yeah, BT's still with us. I know he killed 3 metal slimes relatively early on.
Oh, okay.
I didn't kill any metal slimes till I got out of that starting zone. Up 10G, GG, by the way. And
oh,
what
yeah.
I did was I went to the hills northwest of the Titangel, and got red slimes until I could fight magicians, and then fought those until I could fight Magidrakies, and just worked my way up in that starting zone.
So Magidraki was like your best enemy you were fighting for a while, because it seemed like that was it for me as well, and I didn't know how to get going.
I wanted Magidrakies, but I couldn't find any. Like, they were killing me, and I was running from them early. But when I was
that's
ready
miserable
for them,
when you're already on like level 6 or 7, and it's like, well, am I gonna fight Magidrakes? So that's why I decided to like hunt for metal slimes, and then I just couldn't kill any for like a long time.
I killed Magidrakes through level 17, so just whatever I can get.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's one of the interesting strategies. What is that line where you kill a monster or whether you run away from a monster, and it really varies between it really varies between the players.
Yeah, my start was, of course, we started with a bunch of gold, so I wanted to see if I could get somewhere. We were able to make our way around that initial swamp, but then there was another swamp we couldn't get through. But right when I was exploring that, of course, I found the metal slime on level 1, but I couldn't kill it on level 1 because it had hurt. So I just remembered that it was there, like right from the beginning. So I was just, by the time I decided all those monsters, the scorpion and all that was no good in the east zone, and then I tried the north zone. That was no good either. I said, well, I don't know what else to do. I guess I'll try and find. I've never really done that, just intentionally hunt down metal slimes for like 20 minutes, but I don't know. I wish I had gotten a lot more of them earlier. I guess I would have been in the race, but the way it turned out, I knew I was way behind.
So the question I had was, if no one else had finished, would you have still put on the death necklace there?
I think I would have, yeah. I had skipped it initially, and then I was interested to see what stats I would get. I was hoping for more power, obviously. And so then when we only got 2 power, I felt like that wasn't enough. Then we got like a little bit of hit points. I was like, all right, I guess I'm going back for the death necklace. And then I was thinking about it on the way, and I said, well, I think I got to try it. I didn't think we could win without it, but apparently I'm wrong, because people were winning at 18, so I don't know. My math must be wrong there. I didn't think 19 with being down 1 heal more was good enough.
Without the fighter's ring, I didn't want to go on 18, and then 19 didn't do much for me, and I expected to find the fighter's ring in Charlock, because I never found Swamp Cave. So I had to go all the way up to 20, and I just basically crushed wizards on the way down.
That makes sense. Oh, wow. So you never explored the second continent at all? Yeah, I spent a lot of time over there. That's interesting.
I wanted to find it, but it just wasn't necessary.
I had a couple of rough things, too. I finally had made my way over, like, an hour and 30 minutes in. I finally found where Mountain Cave was and all that, like the 2 towns. And then I literally missed on a Hurtmore 4 times in a row against an Axe Knight. And eventually, died because I was just trying to go back to the inn, and I missed 4 times in a row, and then he killed me. Or I guess the next encounter, the Armored Knight got me, or whatever. I was 1 step away from a town. So that's just like 3 minutes lost, just having to walk all the way back over there. It's like, what?
That was
4 times in a row.
Yeah, something pretty exciting happens to me on my way to Cantlin. Like twice, I die like a step away when I just want to go in there and buy some chainmail. It's horrible. Yeah,
gold was a problem in this seed. We didn't have any gold grind available, and I don't know how quickly you got over there to find the Erdrick sword, but like I said, it was like an hour and a half before I got there. So for me, I was on the copper sword for probably an hour and 15 minutes, just trying to like whittle down, Magic Wyverns. Like had it and hit it 9 times to kill it. It was crazy.
I'm willing to bet I was the first one to get it. It was super early for me. I was super surprised.
Nice.
So we see Smashy here at level 19, and will he... Oh yes, he's going to do the Death Necklace too! Alright!
Yeah, and I expected to have... I was hoping to have 95 hit points. I didn't know what the math was exactly, but I ended up with 93. That was a little scary, but... apparently 93 is good enough in some cases, so... It's kind of weird.
Well,
you need the luck, though. You need to not get fire breathed all day.
So Jay Coper did finish. Finished in 6th place, 2:21.08. Cyberdark in chat mentioning that, our tracker today. Also, I want to, before we continue, give a shout out to Skousen. He's our restreamer, first time restreamer. Well done. Really appreciate your work. Look forward to more restreams from you in the future. We have Marth trying the Dragon Lord for a 3rd time, failed, and now he has decided to throw in the towel. Can't blame him. He clearly thought that was gonna, A-Team was gonna do it, and Beta Strep proved that A-Team was gonna work, but unfortunately it didn't work out for Marth. So good game, good effort for sure out of Marth. It could have been successful and finished in like probably 4th place, I think. So
so that's interesting. He just kept trying to run from everything and just trying the same level each time, because I found that the Sharlock that we had was pretty conducive to fighting your way. There were a lot of green dragons and wizards and stuff that we were defense breaking, so I felt like that was a good opportunity to get an extra level if you failed the Dragon Lord there. But interesting.
Yeah, look at Smashy. He is deciding to risk on 47. So yeah, so looks like doing pretty good job here. Opsky does finish in 2 hours 24 minutes 30 seconds.
I'm really happy we got the turnout that we did. I hope this continues, the weekly races. I'm really glad we got a restreamer tonight, so thanks to Skoosin for the restream, of course, and to you guys for commentary and everything. But this is great. I hope we can keep this ball rolling every Wednesday.